Hi, I make jewelry out of dead cows for all kinds of people who love cats. Welcome to Kitty Leather. Stick around, this is all going to make sense in about 30 seconds. I promise, it's all going to make sense. Okay, here's the real intro. Hi, everybody. My name is Skeeter. I've spent the last 20 plus years working in the film industry and TV. As a prop master, production designer. I worked in the camera department, the whole behind the scenes, backstage chaos. Um, Before that, though, I was also a DJ, music producer, a sous chef, and somewhere in there, I learned graphic design. But I genuinely did not expect to use any of that for leather crafting. Like, how does that even know? But here we are. So in late 2024, I started Kitty Leather. It's not exactly what it sounds like. It's not leather made out of cats. But it is handmade leather jewelry along with cat leather, punky fun apparel that I design, the jewelry I make, and it's all done by me. So a guy who is unreasonably obsessed with cats. Case in point. All right, well, here's the short version of my brand. Everything is handmade. The premium leather is full grain and sourced from the US of A, which matters more than you think. And we can get into that later in future episodes, but just know genuine leather on a tag is doing more for marketing than for quality. You know who you are. Almost all of my hardware is stainless steel. I try to stay away from like alloys and cheap plated stuff that turns your skin green after a month or sooner. And the aesthetic is punk meets glam with deep roots in the queer leather fetish community. And that's not a marketing angle I riveted on after the fact. That's just the vibes I love and who's making your jewelry. I'm a proud queer artisan, but don't worry, I make my jewelry and shirts for everyone to enjoy, including you. All of you. Enjoy. You'd be surprised to know that I used to be a club kid and a drag queen. And I had no problems being in front of cameras or crowds, but when I take off the drag and take off the makeup, being myself on camera feels a little strange. So why are you even doing a YouTube channel? I hear you. I know. My friend just asked me that today. Well, a few reasons, honestly. Let's get into that. Number one, I think leather crafting is genuinely interesting. Like nobody explains it well, or nobody I've found explains it well. And questions like why is your hardware rusting or tarnishing, or how a cowhide becomes your favorite bracelet or bag. That's real useful information that most brands just don't really talk about. It's the nitty gritty, and I'm sure they don't want you to know the details, but you should know the details. Number two, I love cats, obviously. And there is an unbelievable amount of fun, weird, and genuinely fascinating fun stuff to learn and talk about. Breeds, cats in art history, why the black cat got a bad PR team and has a bad rep for no good reason. I'd love to talk about that. And three, leather culture, queer history, fetish history are all deeply connected, and that history doesn't really get talked about with respect or accuracy it deserves. So I want to do right by that and talk about it on this channel. Why not? It's in my clothes. It's what I'm wearing. Spikes, studs. And four, I'm running this whole brand by myself, literally. I think showing the actual process, design, building, the business side, the mess of it, is more interesting than just showing you finished product. Though I love to show finished product. Here's what's coming for Kitty Leather on the channel. Leather crafting breakdowns of the materials and tools, full builds from start to finish so you can see me making my bracelets or necklaces, or designing a t-shirt. Cat content. There's going to be a lot of cat content. Some days it's just going to be talking about cats, and that's okay. The breeds, history, things like that. And then, of course, the leather community, the fetish community, and the queer community told properly. And behind the scenes brand stuff, because running a one person leather company is a lot weirder and funnier and harder than most people think. So you'd probably be interested in seeing that. And if any of that interests you or sounds like your thing, subscribe, because this is just episode 0 and the real fun starts now. And if you want to see what we actually make, shop links in the description, kittyleather.com. If you can't remember kittyleather.com, go see a doctor. Again, I'm Skeeter, and this is Kitty Leather. Scratch you later. Was that okay? I don't know.